in Klepon with my friend
Shafira,
who's from Indonesia.
yeah.
And Klepon is a traditional rice cake which is filled with palm sugar and is then boiled and then rolled in coconut.
Okay. Klepon is from Java, Indonesia, and it's popular. It's famous to be a morning or evening snack, and
it's green in color because of the pandan paste you put in it, which is very commonly used in South Asian cooking. And it also gives it a coconut flavor. So the ingredients are 75 grams of palm sugar, but since we can't find palm sugar here, we've just used brown sugar. If you do use palm sugar, make sure to chop it up finely.
okay, and then we have the 200 grams of rice flour, which you can find in the foreign section of Carrefour.
And then we also have the 93 grams of shredded coconut, and we added half a teaspoon of salt to that and then mixed it up.
Next we have coconut milk, which is made out of 165 ml of water and 41 grams of coconut milk.
Coconut milk powder. And then we have green food coloring to make it green. You're supposed to use pandan paste, but since we couldn't find it here, green food coloring is enough. If you do choose to use pandan paste, you might not need to use coconut milk, but we chose to use coconut milk just to get the coconut flavor. So the first step is to mix your pandan paste or your food coloring with the coconut milk. So you just need a bit until the color is a green, a light green kind of color. So until you have a color like this. And then you're going to pour your rice flour into your bowl.
All 200 grams of it.
Yes.
Into the bowl.
And then you're going to add your coconut milk into the powder.
Okay.
And then you're just going to take a wooden spoon and then just mix it until you have a firm yet flexible dough that pulls away from the sides of the bowl. So about the Indonesian culture, the official language of Indonesia is Bahasa Indonesian, right?
Yup. Well, actually there's like different areas in Indonesia speak their own language, so there's a lot of languages, but our main language is Bahasa Indonesia. So you are right.
Cool. And I heard of this concept called face, or is it malu?
Yeah, it's malu.
And it basically says that you shouldn't cause anyone to feel shame. And I thought that was really nice because like now everyone's always so mean to each other. So I thought it was a really nice concept to use even now. And what the concept said was that you shouldn't blame anyone or a group of individuals you shouldn't blame them publicly for anything. And you should also, what else was there? There was like you shouldn't address any imperfections to someone publicly.
Yeah, so don't be mean.
And also, if you want to if someone asks you a question and usually they expect a yes answer, so like coming to a party or something and you don't really want to go, the person should address it in such a way that they say yes, but the person will know that they actually mean no. So kind of like that.
It's like a polite way of rejecting people. Did I have to say?
And another cool thing I found was that I found it really cool because I love saying no to people, is that there are 12 ways to say no in Bahasa Indonesian, and there are also ways to say yes when you actually mean no. The dough should look like this. It should be firm but flexible, and as you can see it doesn't stick to the sides of the bowl. That's the consistency you want it to be. It's kind of like bread dough after you've kneaded it and stuff. So you're just looking for that kind of a texture. Next step is we're going to make our Klepon bowls from our mixture. So the first thing we did is that we floured a tray with the rice flour, and we also dipped our hands in there to make sure our hands are well floured so that they doesn't stick to our hands. So So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take about a teaspoon of the mixture. So I'd say that's a teaspoon. You want to take some as well? Sure. And then you're just going to roll it into a ball, just with the palm of your hand. And then you're just going to press it down to make a well. Or like, yeah, just like a kind of flatten it out a bit. And then you're going to take your brown sugar and take about half a teaspoon of it and then put it into the mixture. It might have been too much. And then you're just going to try to fold it back together. It's easier if you use the palm sugar, as it's going to be in it will be chopped up, so you just have to put like a block of that in there. And then you're just going to roll it into a ball again. And then just leave it to sit on your tray. So we've just finished making our Klepon balls, and it made about 30. And as you can see, we've had a lot of excess sugar, so you didn't need as much sugar as we thought. So now we're going to boil it for 10 minutes or until it floats and then to cook. So what you have to do is you have to steam the coconut and salt mixture, and to do this you make a bain-marie. So to make a bain-marie you just fill a pot with water and then you let it boil. And then you just put the bowl on top. And the bowl has to be it shouldn't like melt, it should be heat proof, so it's best to use a glass bowl. And the bottom of the bowl should not touch the top of the water. And then you're going to do this, heat it up for 10 minutes while stirring so that the bottom doesn't burn.
So the coconut has been steamed, so we just turned off the fire.
And so now that the water's boiling, we're going to drop in our Klepon balls.
We just like put it down there. Is it filming?
So the Klepon balls have started to float up, so we've let them cook for another minute. And now we're going to take up the ones that have floated, drain out all the water, and then put it into the coconut balls and then just roll it around in it. Yeah. I'll give you a spoon. So, you just want to cover the Klepon ball in the coconut.
So here's a Klepon ball. And it's covered in coconut. Careful, please.
And you want to leave it to cool for a few minutes because the sugar inside will be very hot, and hot sugar is twice the heat of oil. It's twice as hot as boiling water, so you don't want to burn your tongue severely. Balls have just come out, have just finished boiling, and here they are. So Shafira says to test out a good Klepon, there's a pop test.
There's a pop test.
Can you explain it?
So, well, if you pass the pop test, basically is you're gonna feel like a burst of the palm sugar, which in this case would be brown sugar. So, are you ready? Set this out. Let's go. Pop test.
Mmm. Oh my god, pop.
No. See?
Mmm.
That's a pop test. Well.
Mmm. Nice.
I like the coconut flavor.
I think there's too much salt in the coconut though. So if we were to redo,
We're eating.
so I think if we were to redo it again, we should put less salt in it. And also I feel like there should have been a bit more sugar.
A bit more?
Mm.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I've never had it before using.
Maybe just a little bit more.
So I think it would be best if you use the palm sugar instead of the brown sugar, or if you use brown sugar, make sure it's a bit lumpy so that you can easily put it into the bowl. Because we had like, we found it hard to kind of like hold it because of the sugar we keep keep like coming out and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and like this if you enjoy this recipe. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye! Like go out.